I am on a mission to figure out what is the most hacked cheating game in 2025. Now, I recently posted a video on my social media platforms and got some of the most interesting feedback. And when I did a basically synopsis of this one source, a lot of people had a lot of uproar. So, in response of all the comments I've gotten on those videos on multiple platforms, here we are. I'm going to figure out what is the most cheated game that has the most hackers. Is it maybe them using aimbot? Whatever the case may be, what is the worst game in 2025? Let's dive in and let's figure out the statistics and numbers in 2025.
Bro, he changed my name to Oso Taste.
Bro, I got hella bread.
Yo, nigga,
What I basically did was I am using Google search as my search engine to basically ask certain questions. And the first question I did ask Google search with the AI overview was the most cheaters in 2025 video games. And so this is the response I've got from the AI from Google. In the context of 2025 video games, Fortnite is frequently cited as having one of the highest cheat populations, with aimbots and wall hacks being particularly prevalent. So here's a breakdown. Fortnite is the most popular battle royale game and is known for attracting a large number of cheaters. So this is coming from Google and their AI bots, okay? Overwatch, the futuristic hero shooter, is also known for having a significant cheating problem, with players even forming in-game vigilante groups to combat it. Vigilante. So that's actually interesting how they use the word vigilante to describe how people are teaming in Overwatch, right? And then we have Minecraft. Now I know in the videos that I posted on several platforms, I heard a lot of people talking about how Minecraft was a video game where there's a lot of cheaters. So this is cited with the AI bot. Sims 4 is second on the list, and GTA is 5. GTA 5 is third place. Sorry about that. So GTA 5 is third place. So to see Sims 4, I didn't even know Sims was even a game where there was cheating going on. I didn't even know that. That's actually a first. I think GTA 5. I know GTA 5 has a lot of people that cheat and hacks and mods and everything. So seeing GTA mentioned in this AI generated list on Google is pretty interesting, right? Aimbot and wall hacks. These types of cheats are common in many online games, with aimbots being particularly prevalent in Fortnite. So what I do find interesting is when we do ask the AI bot with Google, the most cheaters, the fact that they associate Fortnite with aimbots and wall hacks is very interesting, because if you're thinking about it, I know a lot of times I am an OG Call of Duty player. Like, I've played since day one. And so I'm on year 3 with Fortnite. So I started chapter 3, season 3. And to see social media platforms, search engines, whatever the case may be, AI, bots, Grok, and all that, mention Fortnite in relation with ambots and wall hacks is very interesting to kind of see that. Yeah, it's crazy. So to see Fortnite always in that conversation shows that there's a lot of that going on. We're going to figure out, are they number one? And we're going to look at multiple sources to figure out, is Fortnite that number one game when it comes to cheating, aim, bot, and wall hacks. Epic Games stance. So I know a lot of people have criticized Epic Games in the past based on, the things they haven't cracked down on when it came to cash cups. I know a lot of Fortnite players, especially when it comes to competitive, they are very frustrated with Epic Games and the way that they've progressed with not dealing with cheaters and how they've been easily winning cash cups, which, in return, they've been able to earn money after winning using cheats, right? So basically their stance is they have a zero tolerance policy for cheating software. I know recently there has been circulation that Epic Games took multiple people to court to make a point to the Fortnite community that they are not allowing cheating in their game. They've also banned a lot of people, and they've also taken a lot of other steps to actually improve the cheating on that game. So, you know, I'm looking forward to seeing how Epic kind of goes about that, especially them bringing back cash cups for the zero build community. I know even though there isn't a big FNCS for the zero build community, and I don't consider the zero build community having a comp scene. However, for them to bring back the cash cups, knowing that that's what most of the big cheaters were in those zero build cash cups, to bring it back shows that they have other things in store to combat that happening again. So I'm kind of intrigued. But on the same token, I know that they allowed permanent banned individuals and accounts to make a return and giving them a second chance. So I want to see how that plays out, knowing that Fortnite gave them a second chance when they gave them a permanent ban. So, and these are people that got caught cheating, knowing that they were cheating, and giving them a second chance. So I'm kind of intrigued on how they're going to kind of regulate the cheating for Fortnite, right? Other games like Sea of Thieves and PlanetSide 2 has also been mentioned as having high numbers of cheaters. So again, these are things that I'm learning more of as well. Sea of Thieves is a game I know, so to see the amount of cheaters and that being mentioned is interesting, right? And PlanetSide 2, I'm not too familiar with the game, but to be mentioned in this list is very intriguing, right? Baldur's Gate 3, I don't even know what that is, but it's a top 10 game that Americans are cheating in the most. Lethal Company is in the top 10 games that Americans are cheating the most. And Rust, I know Rust is a game that I know is very popular, and that's in that conversation. Hearts of Iron IV, it's in that conversation as well. So that's pretty interesting, right? Okay, so what we're gonna do is let's go ahead and let's do this. So look at something called Innovation in Tech Today. So this is an article from them, and basically they have a couple of statistics on games. And again, we're going to look at different sources and etc., right? So Minecraft has been named as the video game with the highest number of cheaters. Sim 4 is second on the list, and GTA is number 5 in third place. The study analyzed the search volume of a variety of terms and connected to the video game cheats across the US. A new study has revealed the video game with the most cheaters, with Minecraft topping this list. Okay, so the study reveals that the highest numbers of cheaters, the iconic game released back in 2011, has an average of 237,193 across the US. And so I want to kind of take a step back before we kind of go further on this, because I want to make a point on this. When I'm seeing these lists, and I know a lot of people will be like, oh man, well, how do we get an approximate number? I don't think we can find an approximate number. I don't think these companies are going to take the time out to give that number, right? I just don't see it happening. It just doesn't make sense. They're trying to just take care of the issue in itself. So what I've been seeing with a lot of lists is it's been about searches. So maybe searches of volume or searches on YouTube, but the key word is search. So they're looking for the amount of numbers being searched on that particular game. Okay, and so again, I know some people are like, well, that's not good enough. Well, that's the statistic they're using, the measurement, right? Searches. Okay, and so let's drop down to this list that Innovation Tech Today has provided for us, right? So basically, here is the list right here. Average monthly search volume, right? Is something that I am looking at right now. So Minecraft, with a monthly search volume of 237,193. Sims holding the number 2 spot. GTA 5 at 3. Baldur's Gate at 3. Elder Scroll at 5, and Fortnite at 6. Now, again, I want to kind of emphasize this list a little bit to y'all to understand what I'm saying. The list that I'm seeing right here is a list of all games, right? Again, I am going to shoot to another list where there's only first-person shooter games, or just shooter games, a battle royale, right? And we're going to see that list, but this is just games in general, right? Games in general. See what I'm saying? So Minecraft, Sims, GTA, right? Final Fantasy, like Cyberpunk. This is everything that goes on to this list in particular. So to see this list, Minecraft at number 1, we got Cyberpunk at 10, and so surprisingly seeing Fortnite's number 6 with the most searched value monthly is interesting. So seeing that that's the number 1 battle royale or a shooter game, whatever the case may be, is number 1 on this list, but it's number 6 for all games searched. So that's pretty interesting to see. Let's go ahead and try to look for some other stuff as well. I'm kind of intrigued to find some other stuff that we can start searching for, right? Most hackers in FPS games 2025. Okay. So let's see. Okay, so this is actually interesting. So this is the actual site that I use for my short video that I post on multiple platforms. So what I'm citing and I'm using and I'm looking at these statistics right here is surfshark.com. Okay, and so basically they gave us a statistic right now, right? And this is what we're looking at. And so this statistic is a list of online games with the most cheaters. Okay, and this is based off of YouTube video views and wallhack YouTube video views. So this is all based off YouTube searches, right, and views, right? So these are people that are looking at these videos, various videos about hacking, using wall hacks, aimbot, with all these games. And so this was the original video. And I want to kind of clarify on this list too, because I know a lot of people like, again, how do we base the accuracy on views based just solely on YouTube? And again, truly we will not be able to. And I try to tell people that because you have to understand a company is not going to take the time out to give you an approximate number. It just doesn't make sense, right? Just to be honest. And so I think, again, and I think this is a good way to measure the cheating is based off views, right? Because even though them viewing it does not mean that they're going to actually do it, the level of interest and the level of viewership of that game based on cheating with aimbot and wall hacking, etc., right, is interesting. Now, let's take a step back on this real quick as well. Something I saw a common trend about was people were saying, well, the popularity of Fortnite is probably the most popular game out, therefore you're going to have more views. That is a great argument, And you can say that maybe is the case for the influx of views for Fortnite, because Fortnite is the most popular game in 2025 and probably the most played game in 2025 as well. I mean, everyone plays. It doesn't matter if you're old or young, whatever the case may be. But that's a great argument to use with this, saying, hey, you know what? Because it's so popular, that's probably why the views are going to be higher than most games out, which is a great stance, right? So here's the list they compiled, right? And so, again, Fortnite is number 1 on this list with 26,822,000 views for cheating using aimbot and wall hacks, okay? And so on this list, the top 3, we have Overwatch. So Overwatch is less than 4 times viewed for videos on YouTube at 9,279,829, right? And so this shows, again, the discrepancy, right, of what we were talking about, because Fortnite is definitely a more popular game than any game that's on this list. And we can argue, we can debate, but Fortnite is the most popular game. So I can see the influx in views with this. It makes total sense, right? CSGO. Now, CSGO was very shocking to me to see because I didn't realize how popular CSGO was. And I don't think it's that popular. So to see that number 3 on this list is very intriguing. Because I know CSGO is a very competitive game. Definitely a top 3 sweaty shooter game, you know. So to see them number 3 on this list is absolutely interesting, but not shocking at the same time. I tend to see games that are more competitive at a higher level with more cheaters, especially dealing with, more accessibility to cash, like Fortnite with cash cups and those kind of things as well, right? So seeing them at number 3 is very interesting. Now, here's my opinion in the game that surprised me that I would think was number 1, but it isn't, is Call of Duty. So I thought Call of Duty would be number 1. I remember playing in my heyday, in the prime. I mean, cheating was just crazy. And even when Warzone came out with Verdansk and you had Rebirth Island. And so I remember playing Rebirth Island and seeing guys literally just spinning and just hitting you with no problem, or flying cars going around Rebirth Island on Call of Duty. Like, I remember that. Like, I experienced that. So I was in the middle of that prime cheating era, right? Like, if you remember, you know what I mean, right? And so to see them at number 4 is surprising. I would thought they would be number 1. However, what they did do on this list, and I'm gonna scroll down a little bit to explain this to you, they separated Call of Duty Warzone and next Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War, right? So there is a separation on this list, right? So if you do want to combine the two numbers with Warzone and Cold War, technically, if you're looking at the statistical numbers, and next you also have Modern Warfare as well. So if you combine the numbers at technically number 3, you combine all the numbers with Warzone, Modern Warfare, and Cold War, they should be at number 3 if it's a combined number. But separate, they're still all on here. So there's still a lot of cheating on every single game/game mode, right? But yeah. So they're number 4. Destiny's number 5, right? And scrolling down to what I was just saying, Modern Warfare is at 6 on this list. Valorant is at 7. Doom Eternal. Now, here's the thing. I'm not too familiar with Doom. I know about Doom, but I haven't played it. But I'm familiar with it to an extent. And to see it even on this list is actually pretty intriguing. Shows what I'm saying. Now, a game that I would expect more cheating on is Apex. From how sweaty it is. It's one of the sweatiest games I've ever played. In my opinion, the sweatiest game I've ever played. From day one, it is sweaty. It is sweaty. Like Call of Duty, Fortnite, when you first start off, it's just super casual. And as you play and you level up, then it gets sweatier. But Apex, from day one, it is a sweaty game. Like, it is hard. So when you get that first one in Apex, it's like, oh, right? Because it's sweaty, right? So I'm surprised it's not higher on this list. I would probably have this in the top 3, top 5 conversation, me personally, but this is what they have on this specific list with Apex, right? Rainbow Six Siege. Now, Rainbow Six Siege is a very competitive and very sweaty game. And again, these competitive games where it's very competitive, I expect them to have high numbers when it comes to cheating and hacking and all this stuff. 100% sure. Again, this is another game I would expect to be higher, right? Due to its popularity and how competitive it is. So to see it this low on the list, I'm surprised. But making the list makes my point where it's like, yeah, it's going to have some cheating in it, because of how competitive it is. Now, I've never played this Escape from Tarkov. Tarkov? Okay. I don't know how to say it, so please forgive me. I've never played this. I've seen people, stream it, but I've never played this. But again, I've heard a lot of people in the comment section on the videos I've dropped on my platforms, my social media, really talk about this game and how this is a very hacked, cheating game. So I'm looking forward to kind of seeing clips on that specifically, because I've never seen cheating on this nor know too much about it. Titanfall 2, surprised this is on the list. I don't know too much about Titanfall 2, but surprised. Battlefield and PUBG, I can see these two being on the list. Maybe a little bit higher, but I can see it being on the list, especially PUBG. I know the popularity of the game has really, really declined since its prime and its heyday. However, again, I'm not surprised it didn't make the list. Like, it should have made the list, and it did. So I'm not surprised. And next we got Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War, right? So that was my point with the Call of Duty. Like, they have it separated in 3 different categories. But if you combine the numbers, they should be at the number 3 spot. if you combine all the numbers, right? And even then, I still think it should be higher. I think it's the #1 most cheated hack game ever. I mean, it's been interesting, especially the way that I've seen cheaters get away with so much. And yeah, I'm surprised. I'm surprised. So this is the list that I originally posted on one of my videos, and this is coming from surfshark.com. So yeah. And what we do is we will have these links cited in the description in the YouTube video. So if you want to go back and maybe see any of these things that I'm actually viewing and you want to have a physical look at it, I will put into the description below for you all on the YouTube video, right? Yeah, on another site called Watch Mojo. And basically they have 8 online games with the most cheaters. Now again, this is just me just looking up stuff and seeing these websites put up lists, and we're kind of going over it again. We don't know the accuracy due to, you know, them not having some type of system to figure out the exact or approximate number. We don't know, but we're going to see how they kind of go about it. Are there even statistical numbers? Because honestly, the more and more I kind of look at, you know, different sites and stuff, it is hard to find accurate information about this stuff when it comes to games that are cheating, and you know, how they're even measuring the statistical numbers when it comes to these games. So well, let's go ahead and try to look at it. So watch your back when you play these games. For the list, we're looking at online video games where cheating is absolutely rampant. Our countdown includes Apex, Players Unknown Battlegrounds, Fortnite, Grand Theft Auto Online, and more. Y'all, so #1 is Call of Duty series. While not the most infamous spots for cheaters, the Call of Duty games have their share. Modern Warfare 2 exploded onto the scene in 2009. Common cheats include aimbots and the ability to see through walls. A fast way to ruin an evening of gaming. Unfortunately, the cheating hasn't let up since. As soon as Warzone dropped in 2020, the game saw massive surges of cheaters, leading to 70,000 bans as of 2020. And we're not just talking about your standards aimbots and wall hacks here. We're talking about aimbots that can headshot players in the sky. Infinity Ward has corralled suspected cheaters into a special server where they can only play with their own kind. So what I do find about this, and which is so crazy about the Call of Duty series, is that the fact that they actually have a lobby just for cheaters, or suspected. Keyword is suspected cheaters. And so for Call of Duty to even make that step shows that there is a major issue in the Call of Duty series when it comes to cheating. I mean, that's just as obvious as it is, right? Counter-Strike. So again, forewarning, you're going to see forewarning, you're going to see quite a few shooters on this list. Counter-Strike has arguably been just as bad, if not worse, than Call of Duty. The scene has a reputation for toxic players, and the number of cheaters on the servers drag the community down. Since global offensive launched in 2012, the game has banned more than 600,000 accounts. Holy crap, 600,000 accounts. Things got especially bad when the game became free to play in 2018, and the new trusted mode hasn't improved matters, with players reportedly running into even more cheaters. Wow, 600,000 banned accounts, and wow, that's tough. 600,000 banned accounts. So I'm not too familiar with Counter-Strike, but to hear that there's over 600,000 banned accounts on here is so crazy, right? And Apex Legends 2019. And so again, this is something I said earlier in this video. Apex Legends should always be on this list from how competitive it is, how sweaty it is. And people are just trying to keep up, man. There's people that are living on this game, playing 10, 12 hours a day that are actually pretty good. For those that want to compete with these players, a lot of them are not playing fair. I mean, honest to God truth, man. You know what I'm saying? I don't see anything statistical in this specific paragraph in this article. However, I'm not surprised that Apex is not on this list. Grounds. Again, I don't know too much about this game as well. But the anti-cheat team often bans over 100,000 cheaters a week. So to see that this game is banning over 100,000 cheaters a week is insane. Like, let's do the math on that. Where's my phone? 100,000 a week. Hold up. 100,000 times 52 weeks. That is 5,200,000 people that are being banned per year. 5,200,000 being banned per year with the anti-cheat for this game. Not surprised it didn't make this list, right? It definitely belonged on here, right? League of Legends. Again, I don't see any statistical numbers in this paragraph per se, but the popularity and the longevity of this game, again, I'm not surprised. I mean, it's League of Legends, right? Fortnite. Interesting. And so the paragraph basically says, yeah, we were bound to see Fortnite somewhere on this list. I agree. So how insane is the number of cheaters present in the game? Truth be told, it's tough to even make a good estimate, let alone unearth accurate numbers. However, Fortnite seems to go through a new cheating scandal on a monthly basis. Stories about new cheats and well-known Fortnite players being caught cheating are fairly common. Wow. In fact, some players allege that cheating in tournaments is prevalent. Cheaters should be aware some cheats contain malware, and one cheat pack was actually just ransomware in disguise. At this point, we're not sure why. We're still surprised at each new story. And so this is actually a good point, right? There's a lot of people that are cheating in the community. Again, they said well-known Fortnite players. And I've said this on stream. And again, this is going to ruffle a couple feathers. But I played against a lot of great players in Fortnite, a lot of ZB players, specifically because I play zero builds. And there's a lot of builds players as well that are well-known that are cheating. I mean, we know. I mean, it's not publicized, but we know. You know what I'm saying? We know. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not surprised Fortnite isn't on this list. I'm not surprised, right? And next, this is like the most craziest one that I've seen on this list, and the one that I kept seeing over and over that people kept mentioning in my videos was Grand Theft Auto. I don't see a statistical number they have in here, but just me again. I used to play these games way back when, and if you remember the cheat codes in itself, that started the door for all of the stuff that's happening now. Left, right, up, down, L2, ... Like you know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? So that opened up the door for GTA to even have what it has today. So I'm just not surprised that they're on this list. I'm not surprised, right? So my point is this. Here's some stuff, and again, I will have the links of what I did look up in this video. I will have it in my description. But with the things that we did see, what are your thoughts? Comment in the comment section below. What do you think is the most cheated game? Why do you think it's the most cheated game? Tell me some of your most craziest experiences dealing with whatever game that we maybe mentioned, games I probably left out that you think that should be in this list. I would love to hear about it in the comment section, man. I mean, the state of gaming is very interesting. But regardless, man, I still love playing video games. So love it, man.